Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the men's room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the men's room.
And away we go. Welcome to show number 2,883. Along with Steve the Throw Hill, the Ted Smith, Robin Fox, and my cock. Montgomery! And you are in the men's room. Hot champ today, the random question. Your guess is as good as mine. Categories, apps, and sports. Ask the men's room is back. Get ready to play Profile This. Plus headlines, the men's room shot of the day, fun with listener emails, and everyone's favorite, TV time with Ted. Clack. All right, here we go. Indiana man goes to Wendy's, opens up his laptop, and starts checking out porn of the very worst kind. Meanwhile, a Massachusetts man checks his car's fluids and a 4-foot boa constrictor he did find. Family comes home to find their cat got a lot bigger since they were gone. Man breaks into fire station and steals a fire truck at the break of dawn. And a man in a Steelers uniform tries to sneak into practice and makes the team. That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right. There's no shortage of news stories about human interaction with animals. Or as our very own Mike Hawk would say, man versus beast. There's a guy in Germany. Now, he called the cops while he was being, and I quote, stalked and under threat by a wild animal. This was true. It turns out the wild animal, it was a baby squirrel. Seriously. And it stopped stalking him because it ran out of energy and fell asleep. Honest to God, the guy called the cops on this. And I don't understand why he called the cops for that. Now, on the other hand, I completely understand why a family in Colorado called the cops for their animal encounter. Now, instead of a baby squirrel, they came home to find a mountain lion sitting on their living room couch. That's bad enough. Keep in mind, that same mountain lion, it had also eaten their pet cat. They pointed out that when they opened the door, it turned and looked at them. And the one woman swears that it looked at her roommate, not her, looked at her roommate, licked its lips, and the roommate took off running. Honestly, so it still looked hungry. And then there's this nationwide warning. It's not any area in particular, but you know how, like, wasps, they're already just kind of angry by nature. Well, it turns out the way the summer is unfolding with some droughts, yeah, apparently there's drunk wasps out there, and they're worse than just regular wasps because they're wasps, except now they're drunk. And these are the kind of stories we've seen that have led to many, many questions. Questions we'd like to ask you in the form of our random question. And this is how it works. You call us. We ask you a question that completes random. And after you share your scintillating story, we'll share with you the news story that inspired said question.
Be part of the big show on the random question. Call 844-999-HOLA. You can like the Men's Room on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Men's Room Live. And send those emails to the Men's Room at mensroomlive.com. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
All the trolls and away we go. Welcome to show number 2,883. Program we have for you today. Your guess is as good as mine is back. And the categories that we will be dealing with today, we have some of the most valuable teams in sports around the world. That includes all NBA, NFL, Prem League, you name it. Right. Major League Baseball is included in this. They make more money and are worth more money than any other sports teams in the world. That's one category. Also, apps that we love to hate and just can't quit. the most popular ones that we have, that we use, and they're always going to be there on our phone one way or another. So those are your choices, and your guess is as good as mine. Ask the Men's Room's coming up. We'll drink a toast with a shot of the day, and another round of profile that's coming up as well. Guaranteed a future repeat.
You think so?
Amazing show. Absolutely.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a lofty goal.
Robin was saying earlier that people ask all the time if every show is a repeat, and in fact,
every show is a repeat.
It has the potential to be. It just depends on how good it is.
The problem is this. People say, is every show a repeat, and then they misunderstand how much work that takes. See, it seems like we're being lazy, but truthfully what we're doing is we're putting in so much effort, we might not be here today.
That's it. And
if we put in the effort already, see?
And then, some of these shows, they don't make it when we go on, vacation, whatever. Only the best. Only the best.
Yes.
So this is
absolutely.
This is a guaranteed future repeat.
Random.
That is true. Even if you hear a repeat and say, man, this show sucks, that is our best. We are not lying. What you hear is our best.
There we go.
There we go. Hello, Rich. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Liquor and whores.
How are you, Rich? Rich, are you there?
What do you got for me today?
Good.
Oh, God.
Nice.
Jesus Christ. Mike's all over it. Okay, Rich, this seems like one that you could handle.
Sure?
What was responsible, or who was responsible, or maybe it was a certain kind of beverage you're trying, for getting you really, really messed up?
Oh, man, I'd have to say it was the 151. It got me.
Okay.
It's designed to do that. It is designed to do that.
Yeah, it was on my 21st birthday, and I ended up ripping a guy's truck door off of his truck, and
wow,
I got beat up.
You got beat up?
I got beat up a little bit.
Well,
I kind of got jumped.
Did you even
against one guy?
Did you even feel it at the time? Though I've had one bad 150 night, roughly the same age, because you just don't know what's out there.
No, I didn't feel it at all.
Yeah.
I thought I was just fine until I woke up the next day with a hangover and bumps on my head.
Have you had 151 since then?
Maybe once or twice, but yeah, it's out of my category anymore.
Yeah, I mean, is it designed to do anything? Like, same thing, roughly that age. I didn't rip a car door off or anything, but long story short, when I went to the bar the next night, everyone seemed shocked to see me, and everyone kept saying, "Are you all right?" To which I responded, "I'm fine. I remember falling off the bar stool that one time." And they're like, "Once?" And then they filled in my night, and I'm like, holy Jesus, man.
Well, the thing about 151 is that it's not there. Most of bars don't have 151. You have to make it a point to go to a liquor store and buy that specifically and take it home and pour it in punch or whatever the hell you're making.
Because most bars don't want to deal with people that have consumed 151.
I was talking about the other day. I was like, I remember the last time I had a shot of 151, and that was it.
It's just,
yeah,
man. I don't know why it terrible. It tastes terrible. You're right.
Yeah.
Reason we asked, what was responsible for getting you really messed up here? A 20-year-old St. Augustine, Florida man is accused of screaming profanities at deputies after leading them on a high-speed chase on Sunday. Gregory Johnson was clocked going 94 miles an hour. According to the arrest report, Johnson refused to pull over until he arrived at his home. Report goes on to say he smelled of alcohol and had vomit all over his face. He was also wearing pajamas, which he'd crapped himself. Deputies allegedly discovered an almost empty bottle of vodka and marijuana inside the car. They said that Johnson got out of his vehicle and began then yelling expletives at law enforcement. His neighbor said nobody wants to have somebody that's doing illegal activity living near them. Well, the report says Johnson admitted to underage drinking, and he told deputies, "Yo, the Tito's got me effed up."
Oh, the Tito's.
The Tito's.
He's charged with DUI, reckless driving, possession of marijuana, and possession of liquor by a person under the age of 21. But yes, the Tito's got him effed up.
Sorry, man. I go and I say it all the time. Like there's stuff you see on the news. There are certainly television shows that can convince young men and women that you want to be a cop. And then there's real life, and it's that. So think about this, right? Like when you watch TV, if it's CSI Miami, like, Mom, you're not going to believe this. First day on the job, we defused a nuclear bomb. We stopped a bank heist. We had a high-speed chase. I jumped on a helicopter. All this great stuff, right? Real life is, there's a drunk dude who asked himself, right? And then he's yelling at me, and he's covered in puke, and he's wearing pajamas. Like, that's my day. I just don't understand.
Tito's got it.
Random.
Hello,
Random.
Brian. Welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and whores.
Liquor and whores.
How's it going, guys?
Going great there, Brian. Let's see. Here's yours. Random question. What was the smell? What was the smell?
What was the smell?
Could have been your kid's breath.
You know, you walk around like, God, dude, where's that? Oh, man, my daughter. I don't know what it is. She smokes turds in her sleep or something.
Man, the worst smell that is in my house is my girlfriend's cat's litter box. I ask you not. I will wake up 5 o'clock in the morning to go to work, and I'm like, what is that effing smell? My nostrils are burning.
Now,
I go in the bathroom, and you just smell nothing but cat pee.
Yeah, see, that's like, turds are turds, but yeah, cat pee, man, that ammonia it's the worst.
I don't know what's worse, cat pee or old person pee. You know, retirement home versus
cat pee.
litter
Cat
box.
pee.
And old people generally don't pee on your couch.
Generally.
Generally.
Well, if they can help it.
Cats generally don't, but when neither one does, you're really pissed.
You can't get it out.
Senor Larry.
Wait, the old person or the cat?
The cat.
The cat. Oh, what if an old person pees on your couch, right? Because you're in the same scenario.
I feel like I have a better chance of getting human urine out than cat urine.
Oh, yeah, without question. No,
Yeah.
cat pee is the absolute worst.
Let's put it to the stunts on the dime.
My cat, Senor Larry's a Maine Coon, so he's a bigger coon? Or a bigger
you
cat?
just say that.
Well, he's
you
a bigger
just
cat.
say that to bug me. I know you do.
What's the name of the cat?
I
He's a
know,
Maine
but
Coon
no,
cat.
listen,
But he's a
unless
bigger
it's a
cat.
hairless cat, no one really says, I have a blank. They say I have a cat. It's not like dogs where people give the
Well, he's
breed.
bigger.
People say I have a goddamn cat, and you always look at me like, I have a Maine Coon.
You know.
You do look at
I
him
thought
every
I
time.
was.
You know? He
You know what I have, Thrill.
a Maine
You know
Coon.
what I have? That I told you I have a Maine Coon, Thrill.
This thing,
it's a
man,
cat, a Maine Coon.
Somebody right now is like, what did he call Thrill?
He poops human-sized turds, man. I mean, you look down, you're like, damn, Larry, that is impressive. Like, it's just, I guess he eats a lot, man. It's his size.
You're the kind of person, I feel like one day Miles is going to come in and say, dude, you're not going to believe this. I found out there's a dude living in my crawl space, and he was the guy dumping in my cat's litter
Wouldn't
box.
surprise me, man, with the
Never
size
the
of those
cat.
things. Reason we asked what was the smell, a strong smell outside of a California supermarket turned out to be...
Smell it.
Someone who had decomposed in one of the store's entrance columns. Police were called to the Winco Foods in Lancaster after a plumber told him it was likely a septic problem. So he helped knock the brick from the column, and then he saw a shoe and a leg inside. By the way, it's been over 100 degrees up there every day, according to the L.A. County Sheriff. I can't imagine being inside that column and just baking. It's a strange development, and if he died that way, it's a horrible way to die. Police say the victim may be a man who was stopped for a fake license plate on Monday night. He crashed his vehicle. He ran away from deputies. He got into the supermarket. The man ran up the steps where the managers are, according to an eyewitness, and somehow he got on the roof. Last I heard, he got away. But from up there, he could have reached the store area where he descended into that column and fell. Whether he died from the fall or baked inside is unclear. He was found on his feet with an arm stuck behind his head. I saw some gooey liquid, and it smelled real foul. It was oozing out of the pillar onto the pavement. It smelled like death.
Welcome to Winco. Normally, though, man, one thing about the smell of death, I've never smelled human death, but certainly animals, like, you could walk in somewhere and it's, you don't wonder what the smell is, you just wonder where it is.
Stick.
You know what I mean? You've been home, you're like, oh no, there's something dead in the house, man. Especially like wintertime, first time you fire up the heater. When you have like your cheap apartments, like, there's a dead mouse in the vent, dude. There's a dead mouse in the frickin' vent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I always remember the first time you fire up the heater, too. Maybe it's just the house I grew up in. It was always like a very unique, like, burning smell. Like,
There's that.
The furnace is on.
Then you wonder, like, are we going to die?
Random.
Hello, Eric. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey.
Hey. What's happening, Eric? How are you?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Doing well, man. Let's see here. Random question. All right, let's go this one. I think everybody's got one of these stories. What is your story about a condom? What is your story about a condom?
My story about a condom. Oh, God.
We only need one, because you're probably running through 15 different stories.
Well, you know, I was in the service, and I was stationed over in South Korea, and they used to have nudie magazine exchange days on like Thursdays or Tuesdays, depending on what barracks you're in.
So you guys get together and trade out, like, here's the porn I've had for a while.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm coming back from getting chow, and I'm walking through the barracks, and my buddy walking right next to me gets whacked right in the face with this water balloon, right? Well, we thought was a water balloon, and obviously wasn't a water balloon. But, our barracks are right next to the Army guys, so what do you expect?
So he got hit in the face with a blown-up condom?
Yep, water balloon condom.
All right.
Right to the face.
Well, you probably weren't using it for sex.
I'd rather that than a used condom.
Exactly.
It's just because you don't know. I remember I had a dog that chewed a used condom. You don't realize it. We're like, what is the dog doing? You go over there, man, and it's just like, oh, my God. Because you stick your hand in its mouth like, give me this. What is it? Like, oh, my God. There is a sperm-filled condom in the palm of my hand. Your dog's over there licking its lips. Like, I hate you right now. I hate you as an animal. I know you don't understand how wigged out I am. I'm going to call Ted and Pet Solutions.
Yeah.
To get to that level.
Dude, I had a buddy. How should I phrase this? We had gone to an event. There were some other friends. There was some women around. And then he had parked basically like right in front of my apartment.
Okay.
So we kind of lost track for him for a minute, but nobody really thought about it. And then the next day I called him. I was like, hey, did you hook up with blah, blah, blah? And he's like, no. Why? I was like, because there's a friggin' used condom right where your car was parked. He's like, all right, yeah, I did.
And that's the weird one. Whenever you see a used condom just out, like, in the open.
Like, did it happen
like
here, or did you throw it out the window?
No one goes like, all right, good for you, man. You all right. They go, ew.
Well, yeah.
That's my reaction.
I do remember the first time I saw a used condom, I was excited because I was like 11 or 12 and was just like, oh, man, people had sex here. Right. And then somebody else, my brother was like, no, that's disgusting.
I think on the level of things, like you can walk down, there's always spit, there's always gum. But every once in a while, instead of spit, it's a loogie. Right? And every once in a while, there's a human turd. But somehow, I feel like the used condom trumps both of those as far as, come on, man. Well, like if you pooped, I get, like you had to go if you pooped on a sidewalk, I'll cut your slack. The loogie, you didn't know it'd be that gross. But the condom, like, really, man? Really? Like, you don't want to step on it. You just don't want to see it.
You ever look down and just seen the ring of the condom and that's all that's left?
And you wonder, all right, did the sun dry this out?
Where's the rest of this?
Or is someone having a pregnancy scare?
Yeah,
right
exactly.
now?
Reason we asked, what is your story about a condom? British condom maker Durex is withdrawing some of its products from the shelves after determining they do not meet, quote, burst pressure standards.
Okay.
Burst pressure standards.
So they could break?
I'm assuming that's what it is, right?
And as they near their expiration date, they are breaking more frequently than not. The recall of the certain latex-free condoms was posted on the company's website in Germany a week ago with similar recalls in Britain and elsewhere in Europe, but was first reported on Tuesday. They say if customers have experienced the condom failure, the company refers their advice on its packaging to seek doctor or pharmacist assistance as soon as possible.
Right.
They say you can send back your unused condoms or return them to the store where they purchased for a full refund. Information on identifying possible defective condoms can be found on the Durex website, sir. And
you know what you do? I know they're defective. You point at your kid. Yeah, it's defective.
You're like, hey, man, that's great. Like that's an expensive recall.
It is, and I like how they say, well, we posted it on our website. Listen, I know a lot of people that use condoms. I don't know anyone that goes to the Durex website.
You don't have it saved on your phone.
Or the Trojan. Right. I mean, it's not top of mind.
I mean, everybody has like the brand you use, or the ones you like, but you're right. Have
you ever visited their website?
No.
Right.
They don't need one.
Exactly.
I mean, the only reason
they can go dark.
You can reach out to them on Twitter or something. You know,
and condoms are one of those things that works still by word of mouth. Like, if you're still single and using condoms, like, eventually you'll have a buddy be like, hey, did you see these new Trojans?
Right.
No,
This
you gotta
appeals
get these. These are the best. But you're right. Like, there's never an ad that's like, try this new one.
No.
Just another dude will be like, they are really good, man.
Hey, right on.
Random.
Hello,
random,
Jared.
random,
Welcome to the men's room.
Random.
Hello.
All right, Jared. Welcome to the program. Random question. Jared, how old are you?
I'm 22.
22 years old. Okay. Let's see here. I'll give you this one.
You sure? You sure that one?
How did your last bathroom emergency end? How did your last bathroom emergency end?
That is the proper first sound to come out of your mouth. Ooh.
Yeah. So this was when I was in Coast Guard Basic anyway. But I'm sitting there standing right after chow. And suddenly I feel the need. I need to go.
And unfortunately, when you're standing there, you can't move until they tell you to go.
So you have to stand there and just clench?
So, yeah. Yep.
Did you poop yourself?
Oh, and that's what it was.
Once again, bedroom callers, here are the 7 words you can't say on the radio. Sucker, mother, and please keep those words in mind when calling. Now, back to the program.
Reason we asked, how did your last bathroom emergency end?
In your pants.
So the story goes.
In case he got completely dumped, it ended in his pants.
That horrifying moment when you're far away from home.
Yes.
Feel the rumble in your stomach that means, oh, man.
You sound like the 5-gallon water jug at the office.
I have had the worst luck lately with just like being in a place that's just the worst places you got to go and when I have to go.
Well, like what places? I mean, like honey bucket style? Or...
No, like, okay, I went to a concert the other night. Yeah. And like right in the middle of it, I'm like, oh, man, like I have a really rotten stomach right now. Like I'm going to have to go and
It happened to me at a festival 2 weeks ago. In the middle of this massive set, I had to take a dump in a porta potty that is vibrating, and there was no toilet paper.
Oh! What did you do?
I walked across to my RV. I had toilet paper in there. I cleaned up, and then I took that pair of underwear and I threw it away.
Okay, good.
There you go.
That's
lost a pair of underwear at that festival.
How horrible is that walk, though, man?
It was awful.
And how far was it?
Were you cleansed up?
Yes. And then I just pop out at like 11 p.m. and my buddy's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "Where is a trash can?" And he's like, "It's over here. What's up?" And I was like, "I'll tell you later." It was a nightmare.
I asked myself, damn it.
So when you gotta go, you gotta go. Where do you go when you really gotta go like that? The most popular answers from the new survey say you find a public bathroom. You find something, maybe you buy something from a restaurant so you can go in and use their bathroom. Right. Some people sneak into the restaurant to use the bathroom without buying something. A lot of people just immediately say hell with it and head home, hoping that they can hold it. And 1% of the population says, you know what, if it's that bad, I'll find a private spot outdoors and just go there. What the hell?
I'm the 1%.
Random question, 844-999. Ola, more your calls coming up. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Your guess is as good as mine. Coming up, the categories will be apps and sports. Your guess is as good as mine. Coming up right after the random question. Question 844-999.
By the way, Miles, quick side note. A lot of other people that own or have owned Maine Coons as in a cat, they're all saying these are big-ass cats. One guy, let's see, up to 30 to 35 pounds.
Oh, he's a big cat.
How big is your cat?
He's huge.
How much does he weigh?
I don't know. Man, I tell you what, though. I realize how big, to me, he's just my cat.
Right.
But then I see another cat, I'm like, man, oh man, Larry is a big, big cat comparatively. Like, you don't realize how big he is until you...
And he's like half feral, right?
No, Larry's
or is that Gomez?
No, that's Gomez. Gomez is the one that bites me on. Okay. He bit me on the hand this freaking weekend. Look at that. Yeah,
Jesus.
What a piece of crap. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Hello, Albino Matt. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, bicholas.
Hola! All right, Matt, let's see what we got here for you on the random question. Let's go with this one. What would you say is your favorite non-snack kind of snack food? For an example, our own Mike Hawk enjoys the deliciousness of a rice cake, apparently, from time to time. Do you have something that...
actually enjoys the taste.
Is there anything out there that you eat that others would consider a little bit strange or weird?
I mean, I don't think it's weird, or strange, but I like eating just slices of salami better than like a salami sandwich sometimes late at night.
Oh, it's not so bad,
like
man.
5 or 6 pieces and just mow down with the fridge open.
Yeah, look, deli meats like that, to me, they're designed for you. You eat those while the refrigerator door's open and you determine what you really want to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hell, I did it last night. I'm sitting there eating meat out of a bag as I'm looking at the fridge.
My daughter, she comes over and she'll eat an entire package of my pepperoni. And I'm going to make a pizza or something or make one of my little delicious pizza bagels. And I'm like, God damn it, you ate a whole pack of pepperoni.
Yeah.
And you don't get heartburn or nothing. You know what I mean?
Wow.
That would fry me up.
It's the beauty of being young, man.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's right. I mean, salami. I've eaten way more salami just as a slice than on a sandwich.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Absolutely. Kids always have turkey. Like, I'll eat some of that as I look for something else to eat.
What is your favorite non-snack snack? This is the unusual moment, they say. A commuter in New York City is spotted on the subway taking a giant chomp out of a block of butter. Video
Straight
shared
butter.
to social media this week shows the man unwrapping what appears to be a stick of butter before casually taking a huge bite out without even flinching. A fellow passenger wasn't too shy about letting the commuter know he was filming the man while he ate the butter, as the cell phone recording shows close-up shots of the individual. After the man takes the bite, he casually wraps up what's left of the butter block and places it back inside the box without worry of the other passenger staring at him. The video was initially posted to an Instagram account. The video was shared by, looks like, over 1 million people so far. One quirky commenter wrote, "He better be careful. That's not good for his health." Another said, "Maybe before he got on the train, he ate some biscuits and forgot the butter." Some were more empathetic with their remarks and suggested the man may have been looking to bulk up on calories for the day while on a budget. One person added, "Come on, when it's all you have, it's great. People don't realize how poverty works. Yes, he's on public transit, but he may not have money to get much, and butter is cheap."
Butter is not cheap.
Butter ain't cheap.
Butter is not cheap.
No way.
First of all, and I don't care how broke you are, for the price of butter, there are a million other things you would buy to eat before. My man just likes to eat butter. But think, like, everyone will take a can of Ready Whip, spray it in their mouth, right?
Do you do it, or do you the mouth. I line my finger.
No,
you know
straight to the mouth.
You don't. Oh, you go
straight to the mouth.
Yeah, you cut out the middleman.
You don't draw it on your fingers.
I don't need my dirty fingers in there, man.
Oh,
I'll put that whipped cream, that aerosol nipple directly in my mouth. But if someone did that on the subway, you'd still find like they're sitting across from me. Right, it's just a normal thing. They put down their newspaper, reach in their bag, put it back. You would still find it strange, in spite of the fact that deep down, you'd want to hit.
It's strange, but it's not as weird as the butter guy.
No, it's not as weird.
You ever do a handful of dry cereal?
Yeah,
sure, depending on the cereal.
All right. Well, that's kind of
You
weird.
ever do a handful of dry cereal and then a little sip of milk?
Yes. Absolutely. Right.
It's just like it's almost like if you had a bowl of cereal.
Exactly.
It doesn't get
But do you do it with a cereal
crazy.
that's not sweet? Like if it's Frosted Flakes,
it's
cinnamon,
gotta be-
like
yeah.
it's just as a. Would you just do it with
I wouldn't
grape
be
nuts?
No, I wouldn't be snacking on grape nuts.
What, shredded wheat,
No,
cornflakes.
no. Frosted Flakes, yes.
That's what I mean.
I did it with Raisin Bran.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't like raisins, and the idea of putting them in cold milk, to me, that's just mind-blowing. I know it's popular. I know people do it. I just cannot understand for the life of me why people would choose to do that. It just doesn't make sense.
All right, what about, like, weird snacks? Do you ever keep granola around?
I don't know.
Do you, and?
Well, sometimes you just wake up and it's like, why is there seeds all over the floor?
Granola.
What about your
Shovel
beard?
it in.
Yeah,
exactly.
We're on hold there. We just lost you because our phone lines just blipped out. So if you'd like to be part of the random question, call us back, please. 844-999-HOLA. More of the random question coming up here in seconds.
Hola! The shenanigans continue on the Men's Room Radio Network.